This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us. Check out IWC, RWA, and more. And listeners like you, support this show at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Hungry as fuck, but I ain't starving yet. Chain for the pain, cocktail bar set. Never said I was a gangster or thug, but I'm an animal. Peanut for the taste of the floor.
Hey guys, it is the Indy Mayhem Show. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA, and we got a very special Indy Mayhem Show for you guys this week. But first, please go check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, IndyWrestling.us, where you can check out everybody on this show and everybody we talked to in the past in action, in other episodes, the returning guests here tonight. And of course, you can drop us a line at goodtimes at WrestlingMayhemShow.com or 412-206-WMS0 if you have any questions for anybody we've announced over on the Facebook page, or if you have any suggestions on who we should talk to on this show, because we can't watch all the wrestling, even just the wrestling on TV these days. So we need some help from you guys out there. Help, like who's going to be a good discussion, who's doing some great stuff out there in the indies that maybe we haven't caught yet, because I mean, there's a whole lot of it out there these days. Back with us today. It's been too long, and apparently I booked them after they've lost all their titles every time. Every time. Duke Davis, Ganon Jones Jr., it is the main event with us today. Sans Liddy. I know people are going, before I get in front of it, Liddy is not here.
He's not.
He's not.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's in Africa.
He's in Africa.
Yeah.
He went back home.
He went back home.
Okay.
Got kind of cold out here, man.
Yeah, he's like,
so he went south for the winter.
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, he's actually like on the equator. Weird, you know, it started snowing. He's like, what the hell is this?
He's like, I'm out.
I'm out.
I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, so I don't know when you guys will see him again.
Yeah.
That's kind of all the rest of our reactions too. So, so again, I wanted to kind of catch up with you because I'm not, you guys aren't on a lot of shows that I'm filming these days. So I kind of want to be like, what is up with the main event?
Yeah.
I saw you've been going international. You've been hitting up a lot of new promotions. So we got you in here on this cold night. You guys got hot chocolate.
Yes.
So warming you up to the questions right now. So what has been up with you guys? Just generally, what was the last year and a half looked like for the main event?
Busy?
Last year and a half. Man, we've been busy.
Yeah.
A lot of road, a lot of traveling.
Yeah. A lot of time sitting in that car.
A lot of time in a mini.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we travel. I drive.
Yes.
And I actually own. We're both 6'5".
Yes.
And I drive a Mini.
What?
And people are like, "What?
We were talking like a mini coupe.
Yeah,
kind of
right
thing.
you see
Yeah.
Oh, that thing right there.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
So it's
That's the beast, man.
yeah.
So and we've all seen the inside of this car from your promos.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're like, how? And it doesn't look. It
No.
seems like we're in a, yeah. So it's a Mini Paceman, which is actually it's bigger than a Mini Cooper. So it's not quite the clown car size.
Okay.
But it's still a small car. And it's, I mean, for two people, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But like no one else can fit in
So
there.
this one, it's perfect for the two of you guys.
Right.
But also nobody's going to ask for a ride that you don't want to.
But people have.
They'll ask, and I'll just tell them like, I drive a Mini. They're like, oh, okay, never mind.
First, they think we're like BSing them. Like, no, we have a mini. There's no way you get in the back seat.
And that's it. And
Unless you're like a baby or
So
something.
like
like
enough
that.
for your bags and that's it.
yeah, bags,
Pretty much.
us, and some
So I mean, is this? I mean, again, kind of. It's got to be a bit of a visual seeing you two get out of a mini car like at a show at a gas station or something. Have you ever gotten like a reaction from that?
like we've gone to shows and we've like gotten out and like other wrestlers like, I know you two didn't just get out of that.
right.
And we're like unloading the bags and stuff. We're like, yeah, like
Jabari and Tom Dunn, they always for some reason see us getting out of the car, and they just Tom always like shakes his head like, I can't believe you guys are driving in that.
It's like it seems like the ultimate tag team car, right?
It
is.
I mean, you got your way. I mean, it's not as bad as like that. I remember back in the day. I remember hearing about like Hornswoggle and Great Khali and like Mark Henry were always like car mates.
Yeah, like
You ever hear about that?
no, that sounds horrible.
There's no space.
All great guys, but I feel like I wouldn't want to That's a lot of.
That's a lot of men.
Yeah.
It's a lot, yeah, and then Hornswoggle.
And then in Hornswoggle.
Most of it's Hornswoggle.
Most of it.
Where is he?
68%.
Right.
So you guys also traveled internationally, I believe, for the first time within the past year, right?
Second time.
Second time.
yeah.
Same
Okay.
promotion. Yeah.
Greektown Wrestling
Mm-hmm.
out there in Toronto, Canada. It's awesome.
It looked like a wild show up there.
It's always wild.
Yeah, I mean the guys that run it, they're wild. So shout out to the guys out there, man. Shout out to Channing. Shout out to Trent. Yeah, man. We love it out there.
It's an awesome atmosphere. I mean, it's huge. Their big thing is, their vibe is there is no main event, which is ironic. We are the main event, but the big thing is there is no main event. Every single match is the main event, and you treat it that way. There's no we're on first, so let's be conservative and try. No, it's every match you treat it like you're the last show on the card. Go out there, put on a show for everyone, and that's what they try to get across every single time. It's awesome. It's fun.
There's a lot of places that are worried about, like, oh no, save the energy for the main event.
Absolutely,
right?
and they're the complete opposite.
Yeah.
They don't want that.
And especially, it seems like they're bringing in a lot of people, like you guys, and I'm seeing the kind of list of people on those. Like, there's a lot of people that all could be easily like the main event of almost any indie show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's got to be frustrating too. When you go on a show and be like, hey, step it back a little bit, or you're a squash match or something like that, right?
It's tough. I feel like it's tough because you want to put forth your best effort every single time, and you don't want to scale back or go, oh well, I'm at this point in the card, so maybe I won't do this or try that.
Right.
And I don't know. I feel like if you got it,
Yeah, out there it's totally different though, because like you said, it's like every match is the main event. So that means like it gives you that much more. It's like a competitive nature starts to come out, and you want to do extremely well. You know what I mean? Even when you have we've been on shows before that we've had like 6 to 8 minutes or 6 minutes. You know what I mean? And you still got put on the show regardless. You know what I mean? Like you get 6 minutes, that's a lot of time to some people. You know what I mean? That's a lot of time.
Yeah.
And if you go out there and do it right, then sometimes 6-minute matches is better than 20, 30-minute matches. You know what I mean?
It has been kind of interesting to see because anybody on the main side is talking about we're getting like 20-minute matches on Raw with like 3 commercial breaks, and it just seems to go on forever. But then you have they're dropping like 3-minute matches on NWA Power, and people are like, it's the greatest thing. Everything flies. It's good. It's a good pace. A lot happens in an hour, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of it's different philosophies on indie shows.
It is, and I feel like especially this day and age, a lot of people like quicker things, instant gratification. Attention spans are a lot smaller.
Give me.
Ever since Vine, I swear to God, ever since Vine came out, people were just like, oh wait, I can be entertained in 6 seconds, not 6 minutes.
Well, it's TikTok now, right?
Yeah, and now it's TikTok. It's like I don't need to sit here.
Can I do wrestling matches for TikTok?
Right.
That's
you do highlights.
The highlights, yeah.
The highlights of a match, or like the old when like Chuck Taylor was doing like the internet title or something, 24/7 title, and it was doing it on I think it was on Vine actually.
Okay.
They were doing those.
Crazy.
But Dave Ponder's in the chat room, our friend that contributes to the Wrestling Mayhem show. And he says, and I believe he's referring to the Greektown philosophy you guys were talking about. With the excuse me, with that, how does the crowd hold up? Do they get burned out with match after match trying to kill it like that?
Not that I've seen.
I say their atmosphere what is that? A bar or something that they're in?
It's
It's
a
church.
It's a church.
It's like because
It's a shoot church.
I've seen
with
the
daycare.
second level and stuff with daycare. Wait, do they have daycare for the wrestling show?
No, but
That'd be great.
Is that the locker room?
the locker room. It is. Yeah, so we'll go in there and there's
There's
My
toys.
Little Ponies and things like that. But no, the crowd they don't. I think the crowd they're educated at this point. They know that when they go to a Greektown show, from the time it starts until the time it ends, they're going to have fast pace, high energy.
Yeah.
So they're
and that's
accustomed.
what they get. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and that's the same thing if you go to, watch a football game or a hockey game.
Yeah.
It's high energy the whole time, and those last just as long as wrestling. So I don't think fans that are really fans of it and want to see it get burned out from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they do a good job with booking different guys and girls, and to have a character. And if you have a character, you have a a presence, you're gonna get some mileage in your what you have to do out there. You know what I mean? Like everything doesn't have to be knocked down, drag out. You know what I mean?
Like Jock Sampson.
Exactly. He got his stomach licked out there. And that was at the big. That was not even in the match. It was like the entrance.
Yeah, it was the
You know what I'm
entrance
saying?
because he had a repeat of that. I think the next week with Conquest that we were down there for, and we're like, "What the hell's going on right now?"
People just keep licking Jock's stomach. It's weird.
People
It's
won't lick us though.
strange. That's
Never had that happen.
I don't know. Jock's got a demo, man.
I gotta figure it out, man.
I
I'm not saying I want licked. I'm just saying, like,
well, like, you gotta be like Jock. What are we missing?
right?
You know,
he needs to do a seminar about how to get your stomach licked.
It's the accent.
It's the accent.
It's the accent. That's what it is.
I mean, that like kind
southern-
of southernish
little
West
twang.
Virginia
Yeah.
twang is really over in Canada, right?
Because that's very American.
Yeah,
they love him out there.
really.
Love to hate.
Love to hate him. They love to hate him out there.
I'm trying to think like what Canada's used to, like the old Stampede Wrestling, right? Like what was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a. You know what? I'm trying to think about it. That's probably why, because he's a cowboy type. You know what I mean? But the vibe out there is so great. Like the people. We were just sitting at a coffee shop and just hanging out, and like it was just, I don't know, just a different vibe.
Yeah,
out there,
and
I feel like.
Canada's different altogether. Everyone there is. People always say everyone's nice in Canada, but I mean that's truly how it feels. Like,
Yeah.
it's very opposite of America, where people are not always, but they can come across very standoffish.
Very stale.
Up there, everyone's just welcoming and nice, and hey, how you doing? It's like, oh, I'm fine. How are
Right.
you? It's weird, yeah. So
About to go over here and wrestle a little bit.
yeah.
Hey.
You're laughing. I'm assuming you got a question.
There's a couple of questions that popped in here. First of all, I
Okay.
think a suggestion on Jock Sampson and how he pulls that off. He says, "Oh, it's not on this one. It's over here." Hello. It says Tom is out there. He says Jock rubs his stomach with garlic and butter before he comes out. The women love it.
okay.
I think that's the secret. The secret sauce, if you will.
Yeah.
Secret sauce.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Tom also says your Greektown match was great. TDT is a great Northern talent to compliment you guys.
Yeah, the big, thick Vikings.
Really?
They're
Yeah,
huge.
man.
What is TDT? Was this stand for or something?
Team.
It's Tabernacle de Team.
Tabernacle de Team,
Tabernacle
yeah.
Day Team. It's a French.
Oh, so it's like a Canadian French.
Yes.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of-
Yes, they speak French.
They're
Canadian.
from Montreal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
straight.
Like they came. We were talking to them, and amongst each other they spoke French.
Yes.
And they would turn to us, and they would speak to us in a French accent. We turn to each other like, "Did you understand what that?"
Tell them about the handshake.
Oh my God! They
Is it
shook
even
our
a
hands.
handshake,
They
though?
shook. I don't know. They shook our hands like Vikings.
Yeah.
So like
Grip the
like
forearm.
forearm to forearm.
Yes.
I've had somebody do that to me at a show recently.
It throws you
And
off.
I'm just like, wait, we're doing this? Okay.
We had no idea. So
No
we're
idea.
we're just like, hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey.
Yeah.
We got to them. It was pow, and I was like, whoa.
I felt official.
I felt so official.
I feel like I made it.
like, am I in a different club now, right?
I felt like I was in
yeah.
yeah. Absolutely.
I'm only gripping people's forearms from now on.
It was the coolest thing ever. I loved it.
That's
They were
it.
great. They're really
If
good.
you want a
tag
regular
team.
handshake from us, you're not getting it.
We're grabbing
No.
your forms from now on.
Well, this is not the chest flexor handshake.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, I love that.
That's different.
I will only shake his hand like
I
that.
feel like he shakes it even longer, like, and looks at you longer the more you know him.
The more you know him, yeah.
So,
Great guy.
If you enjoy it.
big question from Duke. This is also from Tom. And also he spelled out that team name for me. Thank you. Tabernacle with a K.
Yes.
I would expect to see.
Tabernacle.
Big question for Duke. What is the beverage of choice at the Bellevue spot?
The Bellevue spot. The Bellevue spot. Oh, you mean as far as like a beer?
I'm assuming.
I guess you're talking about where I live at. I don't know.
Do you have a bar that you frequent?
I've actually never been to a bar in Bellevue.
Oh.
I take that back.
It was
I
a
have.
dry town until recently.
It is a dry town. So I never actually been to a bar in Bellevue, but if I do, I will go to Rumors.
Okay.
And I would get me, since it's winter time, I'll get me a gin and tonic. Because I'm fancy.
You're expensive.
No. You're expensive. Don't ever forget that.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's what you want to know about where I read.
Yeah, he says Bellevue beer.
Bellevue beer.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I go to Bellevue beer too.
I guess he sees you down there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bumped into him. I know you're talking about that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Bumped into him. I was getting I think it was after I can't remember what it was, but yeah, that's the spot I go to get my brews,
Okay.
get my fix.
Nice.
And we have a couple questions to bring up here as we go here, but I wanted to get into first. You guys recently returned to Ryse,
Yes.
kind of the home promotion for you guys
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
And in a tag team situation over there, and I know they're leading up to their, I believe it's the 3-year anniversary next month. So what was it like to kind of return to that promotion and going into this?
I'll let you have it.
You let me have it. I'll let you have it. I feel good. We had a very good match, I believe, with Rip City Shooters.
Mm-hmm. Which I hear great things about. I haven't had a chance to watch the match yet, but
yeah, they're really good. Wes
everybody's-
Barkley and Josh Bishop, JB. Coming out, but thing about Ryse is it's a different type of vibe as well, opposed from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
This is more like it wasn't that many kids in Greektown.
yeah.
So Ryse is more geared toward, kids,
Well,
from
family friendly.
family friendly show. So but at the same time they want to see two teams go at it. They want
Yeah,
to see two people
yeah.
go at it. And I believe, when we come out there, like you said, that's one of our home places, one of our favorite places to wrestle. And we try to put on the best show we can, man.
Mm-hmm.
Best show possible. And this time around we got to win, and now we're looking at getting those tag team belts back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not back, but getting them for the first time.
That's right. That's right. Because I think you got screwed out of that in the tournament, correct?
Oh, we didn't get screwed. They straight up cheated. They hit us with chairs. I got hit right on my forehead with a chair.
And literally got in a car and drove off.
Yeah,
Like bandits, like they stole something.
they did.
Yeah,
They stole the belts, man.
and that was that was earlier this year.
Yeah, well,
too.
it was around, was it April?
I was, it was
April,
like,
May-ish,
yeah,
yeah.
let's say it's like the end of the spring.
Yeah.
So it'll be good to get back around with that. I believe you were putting your Ryse careers on the line
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, we had to do what we got to do.
We gotta do it. We had to convince them some way.
Yeah, they weren't going to give us a shot. So I figured, and I asked them right before, I was like, hey, how you feel about this?
I'm like, you know what? Put me on the spot. Let's go for it.
Yeah, I know. It was one of those things where, like, if he says no, then sorry, guys. See you later.
At least it's not. At least it wasn't hair versus title.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's
It would
too-
have to be a little bit more money.
That's too
Have to be
risky.
something in that pot for that.
Definitely. We got a couple more questions coming out of the chat room here. Brian Castle says, I just want to know if I can join the main event's JV squad.
The JV. What's up, Brian?
What's up? Maybe 2020 we're going to be looking to start a JV roster.
Okay.
Yeah, expand.
All right.
So maybe
You've
we'll
had
see.
some recruits with Tony Johnson and London
Tony,
Ali
he's-
in the past.
Yeah, London. Shout out to London.
Shout out to Lunch. She down in Texas.
Down in Texas,
Yeah.
they're representing us down there.
Good.
Tony still very much a part.
Yeah.
The
I see
main
that he
event.
started joining you guys in Cleveland.
He was, yeah. He
Yeah,
was
Premier.
there. Yeah, we haven't been there in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We lost those tag titles, and
It's pretty much like a thing. We lose tag titles, we end up leaving that place.
yeah, we get mad. So we have to get our bearings straight before we
Right.
go back. We're like, who? But yeah. So we'll tell them to send in a. Or I guess you're listening. Send in a little.
A one sheet?
A little video of yourself.
Oh, highlight film.
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys can do like a recruiting
like almost
tough,
a tough
enough.
enough type thing.
Yeah,
show,
so that's a highlight
Yeah.
film.
show me how athletic you are. We'll talk about this JV TME thing.
And it doesn't have to be wrestling. It could be anything. If
Whatever
you
He
can
is.
dunk,
His
dodgeball.
moniker. His moniker is the most huggable wrestler.
yeah. So if you can hug really good and you can hug a lot of people at the same time,
Show us a video of you just walking around
hugging people.
your town, just hugging random people. Have them
Yes.
follow you with the camera. And I mean,
Tally up how many hugs you get.
that's good.
That's a highlight film.
I like that.
Send that into it's the main event at gmail.com. That's
we'll-
ITSTHEMANEVENT at gmail.com.
Yeah, and then
It's the main event.
and we'll look at it then.
Yeah, send it there.
It goes for everyone.
I love this. I love this idea of this competition. We didn't aim for it though. We need
Yeah, we gotta figure out
like what is your tough enough? Your tryouts. Your I mean, I guess it's your squad tryout, right?
It is.
squad trials.
Something like
No,
that.
that's,
We'll think of a name.
We'll think of a name.
Yeah.
We'll think of a name. We'll get it together.
Excellent. So again, I see you in a lot of new places. What's kind of the coolest new place that you've been popping up on over the last year?
New place altogether. Shout out to Imagine Wrestling.
Yeah.
I hear good things.
Out in Altoona.
Yeah.
Really fun promotion to wrestle out.
That is Kato's?
Kato's, yeah.
Ken Downs.
Yeah. Funny, we're talking about putting careers on the line. Our last match there, we wrestled Chris LaRusso and Flying Brian Pillman.
Yes.
And they asked us right before the match to put our careers on the line. We're like, yeah, why not? Sure.
Why not? We'll win this anyway.
And we lost.
Yep.
So, but still, shout out to Imagine. We're not there anymore.
It's been nice being there.
Yeah. They still have some really good things going on. A lot of great wrestlers out there. So definitely check them out. So we had a lot of fun out there. Ohio Championship Wrestling.
We love their entrance, their setup out there. The lights setup. They got like rigs, like pillars around the ring.
Amazing.
It looks unreal when you come out. It's like it adds to like your entrance.
Yeah, it's great. Like
Give you goosebumps when you walk out there. I love Ohio Championship Wrestlers. They got great guys out there as well. Looking forward to get back out there as well.
That seems to be like atmosphere has been really important. It seems in indie wrestling lately. Seeing things like that, seeing production values. Even what they're doing in Black Diamond adds a lot to being in like this small town in West Virginia, right? You don't expect that when you're walking into that rundown school building, things like that. There's pyro and stuff, right? And you guys are actually been a part of, I think, all of the WrestleRexes up to this point too.
Yeah,
which is something completely different.
Yeah,
3 at the Rex.
Yeah, was there one before we were?
It was one at Los Palmas across the street.
Yeah, one across the street.
But yeah, at the restaurants. Yeah, we were. And that is, I mean, you've been there.
Yeah, and this is for those that kind of describe WrestleRex for those that haven't been there before or seen the videos.
It's like a party with food and wrestling broke out.
Yeah. It's literally, that's the best way to describe it. It's like, hey, come to this party, and you show up, and then you're like, oh, and there's wrestling.
Yep. I was explaining to a few of my coworkers about it, and they were like, I was saying, like, yeah, it's like at the Rex Theater. I was like, oh, I've been there before for concerts. I was like, yeah, we're gonna have music. We're gonna have food. They got a bar. Oh yeah, plus I'll be wrestling. And they're just like, really, all that, and this is all I have to pay? Like, yeah. And they'll come out. They came out, had a great time.
Yeah.
I don't think you used it much before, but they took away the entranceway this time, and everybody came through the crowd. I know that's a lot different.
Well, we normally come through the crowd.
Yeah,
you guys do too.
Yeah, we started that when we first wrestled there.
Yep.
We came out onto the stage, and I guess the proper way is to get right into the ring. We looked at each other, we're like,
nah, man,
wouldn't it be fun if we just went out in the crowd with everyone? Our music's playing. Like, yeah, screw it. So we just jumped down, just walked through all these people, and then made our way to the ring. And then now that's kind of the path to the ring, which is kind of cool.
Was it because of us?
I'm just going to say yes.
I think so. Let's go with that. We created that lane.
Yeah, Sam Adonis, you don't have to say it is, but
love you, Sam.
We know it is.
It is so interesting because it is like no guardrails, no even like that that unofficial space you shouldn't cross next to the ring. Like people are up against the ring, beer in hand.
Yep.
I remember last or the year before show watching a guy, Balk Nasty's out there and they're flipping him off through the ropes. Like, man, this is crazy.
It feels like a fight club.
It feels like a fight club. It feels like I know I've seen stuff like this in like United Kingdom promotions.
That's awesome.
So
like bar wrestling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it's like it's one of those vibes, but it's like intense and it's concert and it's hands on. People love that. People don't want to feel like they are separated from the action. They love being a part of action. So I think that adds to it, and I think it's going to grow. I think it's going to blow up. I think that Sam and Parter, they have something good going on out there with these WrestleRexes, man.
And it's interesting. I've been in a couple of their fire department shows, and it's similar.
Yeah,
it's WrestleRex with chairs.
Yeah,
So and it's been a really cool thing that for something that kind of popped out popped up. Like I said, it was a year ago, September, they did the show across the street, right?
Yeah.
And to kind of grow into what they have now is really cool. Matt Seidel's coming in February now for them.
Sick.
They had Gangrel and
Laparca.
LaParca.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was
awesome.
Man, we were sitting there. We
We
were
were
right in the
there in
crowd
action.
watching it. And I was like, man, like we grew up watching these guys. They're not young anymore. Let's be honest. And they were great.
Going
It's like,
at it.
what
man.
is happening? Like, who are we watching right now? Like, it was so fun. It was awesome.
that was a childhood bucket list for me to see
Yeah.
LaParca in person.
That was so
Yeah.
cool.
Like-
And they're both really great people too. Outside of
And
that.
to watch like Gangrel, who was on like Raw and WWE at the time, and LaParca was on WCW. It's like it was like what crazy match you want to see? And it's like, I got one. And you throw this together, you're like, oh, I didn't know I needed to see this. Now I need to see it. We were like in the action. It was weird. We were like standing there, like we need to see this.
As fans, it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, they grabbed the trash can by us, and it was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And it's not like, it's not a match that I would have thought of in those days, right? Like, I mean, they're mid card guys that delivered. I
Yeah.
love the cruiserweights, love the Brood, but it's just like you never thought about. You're always thinking like, what, Austin versus Goldberg,
All right.
Right.
Sting versus The Rock.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
Taker versus Sting,
Right.
or
Stuff like that. But
Yeah.
this, yeah.
NWO versus DX, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, that's kind of like the really cool stuff that they're doing there. You guys told me before the show that you have some rumors you want to spell.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say where we were at, but we were doing a match, and in the back, guys are like, "Why are they leaving?" This, that, and the third, and it was like, "I heard they're going to Impact." I'm like, what? Yeah, I heard they got signed to Impact, and one of our fellow wrestlers came and told us what was going on in the back, and we were like, "Yeah, man, nah." He was like, "You guys didn't tell me you got signed to Impact." I was like, "We didn't tell you because it's not a
We
thing."
didn't. So
We did face the North, their tag team champions, but we didn't get any emails about Impact.
I actually, even after our match with the North, after the match, we stood there, we shook hands with them. Great guys, great competitors. After that show, I was approached by a fan saying, "Wow, I thought at the end of that, you guys were going to get like an Impact contract right then and there." I was like, what? No, we lost. We shook their
It's
hands.
actually going to be like the Cedric Alexander on a Cruiserweight Classic,
Right.
Or something.
Here goes his contract, guys. Good job. Like,
Yeah, but we're not affiliated with them.
I think I've heard a rumor of you guys signing with like every decent sized company
I mean, cool.
over the last year.
I'd rather it not be a rumor.
yeah, we had the AEW rumor, but that I understand where that came from because of Warlow. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
him
yeah,
going.
yeah.
And so it was like I understand where that came from, but it was like where the person got it from was like out of this world. Like how'd you figure this out? Like, oh, I heard they got signed out All Elite. It's like, no. I'm checking our emails constantly.
I mean, there's a lot of also conversation. I was like, those guys should be signed to X, Y, or Z by now. Because as much noise as you guys are making, the impressions you're making with obviously with fans, if they're just kind of there's a little bit of like dirt sheet plus fan math that happens.
Yeah.
Where like you figure out you read the tea leaves
Right.
that don't exist,
Exactly.
right?
Well, yeah. So we were just like, all right, well, no. But
but it's still like
Emails are open though.
that's right.
It's the main event at gmail.com.
There you go.
Just gonna put that out there.
There you go. And you've worked with Canadians before, so Scott D'Amore, they're right on the
Whatever you want to do, man.
whatever you
We're
want to
there.
do. What's up, Access?
we're ready.
Yeah, man.
Let us know.
Anytime.
Awesome. So just doing one last scan here. If you guys have any questions, please get them in here, and we'll fit them in here before the end of the show. But in the meantime, guys, an update to the question: what's the best and worst about indie wrestling, about traveling for you guys over the last year, other than the rumors?
Worst? I mean, worst, I feel like, is just the normal worst. Like,
Yeah.
long drives. I mean, if you're driving 7 hours to a show. You're driving 14 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a long time.
The knees get real tight.
Yeah, it's nobody wants to be in a car that long. So stuff like
You
that.
can only sprawl out so much in that
in
mini.
the mini, yeah.
No, so this is one thing that people do. So when we get paid, and I'm not, hey, thanks for paying us. I appreciate that. But when they pay us in like large bills, and then we go to the gas stations to like, try to like, split it, and they're like, yeah, we don't have enough. Of course, because we're in this small town. This gas station is probably not going to have. Is that part of it is like, we have to wait till we get close to, because I don't know, like, why don't sheets, there's no sheets in Indiana.
No.
We're in Indiana, there's no sheets anywhere.
I don't know where the cutoff is.
Where's the cutoff?
It's like halfway through Ohio.
Yeah.
I know. Like when I get to Columbus, I'm not seeing a Sheets for a while, and I'm like stuck with Waffle House. I'm like, I don't know about this, guys.
It's different.
Different. That's the other thing. We have to actually go either eat something or like
Yeah.
find something. And sometimes like it just you don't have that time. You gotta get back on the road and go home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just the normal pains, nothing crazy. I guess missing our daughters.
Yeah, that would be the big. I would say
like
that would be the hardest.
I think we've seen. I think both of you guys. We've seen your daughters in I know we've seen yours in a promo before.
Yes,
in
a
the
couple.
past.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I've ever put Charlie in one.
I might have just seen on your Facebook.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
think
on
I have.
Facebook or something.
Now I got to
video.
do it.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Adorable daughters, both of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
missing that. So like when you're on the road, it's like automatically, you're leaving. So it's like up until the time where he hits me up, he's here or whatever. It's always the same thing. Here. And I'm like, all right, Ganon's here. So up until that time, I'm just sitting there looking at her like, I'm gonna be away from you for the next however long. Like we went to Indiana to wrestle at Epic Wrestling up in Indiana. It was like overnight, right?
We stayed overnight, yeah, and then it was a long trip. That was long.
That was one of those trips that we kind of just looked at each other like, we really doing this? Like this is what we're doing right now.
So when you plug that in GPS and see the time and miles, you're just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Especially when you're like talking to people from like Kentucky and Indiana, it's like weird. You know what I mean? Louisville. Oh, what's it? Louisville? We learned how to say Louisville.
I've had this and this may be just me, but I've visited some places like in the Midwestern area that I literally couldn't point to a map of the United States and tell you what state that was. Have you had that kind of situation where like, oh, this is Kentucky or something?
Right. I don't know. I feel like my geography is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if someone was like, hey, point to this state on the map, I'm like, okay, it's right there.
I get mushy on like Kansas, Tennessee kind of stuff.
The Midwest. It's
Yeah. It's just like it's all there.
Yeah.
And you don't
somewhere over there.
And every time I go there, I feel like I should be yet another time zone over for some reason.
We thought the same thing, but we were literally, I want to say like 20 miles outside of being in a different time zone.
Yeah.
So we thought we were going to flip over to Central time.
We thought we were going to be late for the show because of
Yeah.
that.
And no, it was Eastern time still. But if we would have kept going 20 more miles, that's when
We had to Google it.
Yeah, I was like,
It was getting down to a point where it was like, yo.
wait, is this town? Is this no? Okay.
Where's
Yeah.
the line?
Where's the
Right,
line?
where's
It
the
was,
line?
It
Yeah,
was
'cause
close.
I think
It was close, though.
It cuts through one of the states.
It
over
cuts
there, too.
through Indiana.
Yeah,
And that's very strange. The imaginary line can make your time different.
Yeah.
yeah.
You cross the street, it's a different time over there.
It's weird.
Well, what happens with all those people that are 20 minutes through and interact with each other, right?
Yeah.
It's like
And they like go to work in one time zone and sleep in the I don't know.
they're the
That's
experts at
sickening.
that.
They know. We don't.
We had or kind of related to the travel. We did have a couple more questions roll in here. What is the best unexpected place that you've run across while traveling? I guess a stop or a finding or a landmark or this is a weird convenience store.
Something weird we saw was that when we were coming back from Indiana, we saw a big sign that said Clarence.
It was a water tower.
What was it? Florence.
Florence,
A
y'all.
big water tower. It was like Florence, y'all.
Literally on it said that Florence, y'all, YA''LL. We had no idea what it meant, but it was this giant water tower. Florence, y'all, and I'm like,
I guess we're in Florence.
I guess we're in Florence, y'all.
Town motto, apparently.
Yeah, that was weird. I We don't stop very much.
We don't. We get on the road. We're there. We may, if we stop, it's probably to somewhere that we like Burger King or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a gas station.
And it's usually once. Like even if it's a 7-hour trip, we'll stop once. When we went to Toronto, we didn't stop at all.
Nope.
It's 6 hours straight. I feel like we'd just rather just get there.
Mm-hmm.
We
So-
stop at duty free when we come back.
So duty free on the way back to exchange money.
Yeah, get those loonies and toonies.
Yeah.
I kept some money just to have
You
it.
gotta, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kept some too. Like
Yeah.
the
I
first
saw
time we
time
went-
money hanging out over here on the desk somewhere.
Yeah,
You have to. Like, it's like a good conversation piece. Oh, I got some,
yeah.
Canadian
And I actually
money.
ended up spending it as soon as we got there last time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wait, I have $5 Canadian. I can use that. So yeah.
Always
But yeah,
holding some
so
money.
nothing too crazy. No fun stops. I don't feel not yet.
Yeah, the thing about stopping is like you're stopped. So you're not progressing to where you need to go. So we don't, it's like we get snacks or whatever before we get in the car, drinks or whatever we need. And that's like, we just drive and stop when you have to.
Bubba's in the chat room.
Bubba!
And Florence is a suburb of Cincinnati. The Cincinnati International Airport is actually in Florence, Kentucky.
Florence, y'all.
Florence, y'all.
Florence, y'all.
All right.
We did actually stop
I
to
love
a convenience station that had like, they was selling like fried. I'm figuring that a lot of places in like the South do fried stuff in convenience stores.
Okay.
A lot of
They-
fried chicken. Yeah, a lot of fried
I
chicken.
got the fried chicken.
Oh, the
from over
breakfast.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was breakfast though. It was like 10 o'clock. They had fried chicken.
Fried
I
chicken.
was like, oh, I'm getting this fried chicken. Just cause. But we were across the street from the Raceway.
Yeah. We're near
Indiana
race.
Raceway. I
Yeah.
believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've actually never seen
It's
actual
huge.
racetrack like that. It's huge.
It's crazy. I do some work. I know Partner brought up Brooklyn, Michigan, where I go up to Michigan International Speedway every year.
Okay.
And for not a NASCAR event, unfortunately, but it's astonishing how
It's
big that
huge.
place. Like driving up on that place, you're just like it just keeps going.
Because you think of like football stadiums,
Mm-hmm.
and this is
It's like 4 of them. At
yeah,
least.
it's way bigger than a football stadium. So
Way is, like,
it's just a
ridiculous.
weird
Crazy.
structure.
We got a lot of questions poured in here.
Let's
Oh,
read them.
man,
Let's
here
get
we
in
go.
here. Let's
Rapid
get in
fire.
here.
Let's do it.
Tom wants to know, and I think we probably handled this on I don't know three appearances ago. What made you guys decide to change the name from Locked and Loaded to Main Event?
We're still getting that question.
It was actually kind of a cool story. So we were locked and loaded when we first started, and we used to end every single promo. We would say, "Welcome to the main event," because our mindset was we're the main event, no matter where we are on the show.
Yeah.
We're the main event. So we would always say that from the beginning. And then there was a school shooting like a week before we did a benefit show at a high school. So that was like real big news.
That was like around that one Brownsville.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Brownsville.
because
Yeah, and then so we went to the show, and
which also had a character called the Sniper.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on it.
yeah, so Drake Braddock, his moniker was what? The Bullet Catcher.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, hey, could you, for tonight at least in this high school, go by something else, like something else, Drake Braddock, and I forget what he picked, the Patriot,
I think that's what he goes by now.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
I can't remember
he
what.
changed his too, and he's like, okay, cool.
It was kind of like an all around workup call. Like, oh hey,
Like maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
changed his, and they called him his moniker. And before we went out, same thing. They're like, "Hey, for tonight only, do you mind if we just call you Duke and Ganon? Is there a different name you like to go by?" Like, oh, we don't be Duke and Ganon. That seems like we're just friends who happen to be
Right.
tag team.
2 dudes in a team.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're like, you know what? We car sells the main event. Let's just go by the main event. They're like, okay, so like Duke and Ganon, the main event. We're like, yep.
That
And
sounds good.
That was it. That was
Yeah.
the first time we were the main event, and it's been that ever since.
Yeah.
Changed all social media that night.
Yep.
Reach out to other promotions like, hey, we're not locked and loaded anymore. The main event. They're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Facebook gave us a little grief though, changing our page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to basically prove that people called us that. So I had to like make a post and all this.
Yeah,
other stuff.
you have to like prove to them you're changing your brand and everything like that.
I
Yeah,
had to send them the email. We had to send them to Twitter. We had to send them all the screenshots.
It's interesting because you always see that every once in a while. There's some wrestler here and there, like Max the Impaler just had some issues with I think Facebook, and it's like, no, my last name is the Impaler.
Right. It's weird, but it's weird thing for them to have to like the gripe over is name change to
like I changed it from Locked and Loaded. You should be happy I left that right in this environment.
Right. So that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here in the chat room. There was we were talking about a little bit before the show, but somebody did want to ask, what are your thoughts on? There's a lot of talk online with people, about some of going on in some companies. Do you guys have any opinions you want to share on the Jordan Miles situation with WWE?
Opinions? Man, not really. I don't have any opinions on it. It's because there's too many sides to it. Like you don't know where to go with it.
Yeah. No comment.
Yeah, no comment on
All
that.
right. And Dave also learned that this week he learned that the main event have massive bladders.
Massive bladders.
Because we don't stop.
Because you're doing 8-hour trips with one stop.
Maybe
we're
one
big
stop.
guys. So.
Yeah.
Maybe one stop.
Yeah. At no point, it's not like we got to get there. We're not going to stop driving. And Duke's like, please, I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm not trapped in the car.
You're not fighting with each other about stops or anything.
No,
we just keep
like
going.
me and my wife do sometimes.
Yeah, if it comes up, it's like, if we're going to Cleveland, we're going to Cleveland. Like, But in the end, I think we stopped once.
Yeah.
You got to imagine, what's that called? Impossible Whopper.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That sounds like trouble.
I tried the Impossible Whopper on the way there.
You're not hitting like White Castle before leaving Detroit or anything.
No. We actually haven't been.
We haven't been
to
to Detroit
Michigan
yet.
at all.
There you go. Book these guys in Detroit. And there's a few promotions up there. A few of our friends are up in.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Tell your friend to tell a friend.
We'll come there and beat up their favorite tag team.
At any time.
There you go. Get you on some of those Juggalo shows. That'd be a lot of fun.
Ooh.
Whatever.
They are an experience.
Crazy.
You think WrestleRex is crazy? Let's get these guys at the gathering.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. We'll go anywhere. We ain't doing no face painting, though, so.
No, you don't got to do that. I was there when Sam Adonis and Benjamin and Frost went.
Okay.
And it was. They got an experience.
Some friends of ours. Okay.
They got an experience there. So
Just imagine.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Once again, where can people... Well, we've heard your email several times.
Yeah.
So Impact Wrestling or anybody else, if you're listening out there, we know you are. We know at least one booker with a promotion is out there. But where can people find you guys online and follow up with you?
On Twitter, at It's The Main Event. On Instagram, at It's The Main Event. On Facebook, you can find us at The Main Event. That's THEMANE event. TikTok.
You're big with TikTok.
It's The Main Event on TikTok as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
how is the TikTok going? I mean, what's kind of the thought process there? I'm personally curious about this.
Honestly, I got on because of Christian Noir. Christian Black. I'm just going to say Christian Black. So I got on because he told me, hey, you should get on this. And he's big on it. And I was like, all right, I'll try it out.
He doesn't seem like the type that would be big on TikTok.
He's the type to be big on anything.
He's like scary TikTok, right?
All right.
Yes. Yes. It's very eerie looking at him.
Awesome.
But yeah, he's on it. So he told me going out, and I put our stuff on there. Some little footage from different shows and stuff like that.
Good.
So
keep an eye out for YouTube as well.
Yes. YouTube is going to be changing as well. We're working on getting more subscribers. So go to YouTube and type in The Main Event. Our page should pop up. Well, I think it's The Main Event as well.
I think we're using that on there too.
So we need some subscribers, man. We need to get to 1,000 by the end of the year.
We get a Duke and Ganon cooking show or something over there.
Hey, give us some ideas. We'll do some stuff. We have the idea. We'll probably hit it a little bit harder for 2020, but doing some vlogging, maybe some before the shows, after the shows, locker room impressions, things like that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of other guys doing that, girls doing that, and it seems to. I mean, it's another place to connect with your fan base.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, like, don't forget there are people still over on YouTube. Just that's where they live.
That's where they live.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff with our YouTube and really seeing a lot of those different kinds of fans pop up over there. So it's cool. So go check these guys out. Follow them everywhere. If they're coming to your town, go to that show. You will not be disappointed. I don't know how many shows have a different vibe because these guys are in the audience, out there at intermission, and I notice when they're gone the next time. After you've lost the title and you're like, we're out.
Yeah, we're
and
gone,
we're like, oh man, where's that vibe I loved last month?
Yeah.
So thank you so much, guys, for joining us here on the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the hot chocolate.
It was great. It was
Thank
really
you, Missy,
good.
for the hot chocolate.
There you go. She makes it better than I do.
It was really good.
So you don't want me making that. Guys, please go check out everything. You want to see more of the main event, of course, go check out the IndyWrestling.us YouTube page and, of course, IndyWrestling.us, IndyWrestling.Network. We got a lot of stuff from these guys over on those formats over there. Please go check them out. Please check out everything else, past interviews and everything else. And until next time, please support Indie Wrestling. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.